Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP could miss out on snatching a majority in Holyrood at this year's election, according to the latest Scotland election polls. Scotland's independence backing also seems to be slipping away, according to the poll from Savanta.com Res for the Scotsman. The same survey suggests the SNP will miss out on a majority by 2 seats, making them reliant on the Scottish Green Party to pass major legislation through Holyrood, as well as the budget. The figures highlighted in the poll are also the lowest the SNP has seen during this series of polling since December last year. For a party that has governed over Scotland for 14 years, the numbers are still strong, but disappointment is undoubtedly on the horizon for those hoping the SNP will glide through with a clear majority. The poll included 1,001 Scottish adults aged 16 or over and was conducted between the 16th of April and the 20th of April, 2021. As for the question of independence, the Scottish electorate remain broadly split on the issue, according to the poll. However, it is clear that support to vote no and remain within the UK has grown since the last poll in this series put out at the beginning of April. Support to stay in the Union now stands at 48%, and those saying they would vote yes for independence at 45%. A further 8% have said they do not know which way they'd be inclined to vote. When this group is excluded, support for no sits at 52% and support for yes at 48%. Figures from the SNP support in the constituency vote at the same level as their final result in 2016, with just 46% of the vote, alongside their regional list vote of 38%, which is 3 percentage points lower than the result brought through the last referendum 5 years ago. The SNP would return to a total of 63 MPs. The Scottish Conservatives actually have one of their strongest showings in recent polls, leading with 25% of the constituency vote and 23% of the regional list. If such a result is to come to life on the 6th of May, Douglas Ross's party will go back to Holyrood with a total of 32 MSPs. This will be one higher than their surprise result in 2016 and enough to keep them in Parliament as the main opposition party to the SNP. Support for Alex Salmond's Alba party is at its lowest it's ever been, with just 1% of voters saying they will vote for the alternative pro-independence party. Such a result would see former First Minister Mr Salmond miss out on coming back to Parliament, and would destroy any hopes of a pro-independence supermajority between Alba and the SNP. Chris Hopkins, Associate Director at polling firm Savanta.com Res, said a sizable shift could still provide the SNP with the clear road they need to a majority. He said, "These latest figures show the SNP potentially missing out on a majority, but there are still plenty of routes for them to get one." While both votes SNP has never made the most of the SNP's dominance, increasing their vote on the list could top up the seats they need, but they'd require a sizable shift in their favour from these latest figures. Instead, squeezing the soft Labour constituency vote in seats in South Scotland, for example, could help them overtake the Conservatives and give the SNP the majority they crave. That could be easier said than done, though, with the Conservatives up in this poll, and with a healthy proportion of Labour voters more likely to trust the Conservatives than their own party to protect the Union. The Conservatives will also be trying to squeeze Labour in an attempt to hold off an SNP challenge. While support for independence has dipped, backing for a referendum in the next 5 years still stands, with 44% in favour, 40% opposed and 16% on the fence. Ms Sturgeon has previously confirmed she will be seeking another referendum before the end of 2023.